Hey everyone, welcome back to First Play. Today we are playing Terror Below from Renegade Games, which is a game that borrows from a certain popular movie about giant worms underground, yet is not licensed by said movie. Anyway, what were we gonna say? Yeah, this is a couple of caveats about this game. It's not out yet. It's going to be launched at Gen Con, maybe in stores at the same time. What is out is the Kickstarter version, which Renegade was gracious enough to give us our demo copy as one of the Kickstarter ones. So when you look at these components, you're looking at the upgraded components. A couple of things that I know are different, like the rubble is not these 3D pieces, neither are the sculpted eggs, etc., etc. So keep that in mind when you go buy the game. We do have a limited amount of the Kickstarter versions for sale in the store, but you want to check with they really look identical. The Kickstarter version comes with a free expansion. I'm guessing that wasn't in here, right? No. So I guess we're playing with just the base game. It's like a $20 freebie expansion, which I don't know if I'm going to make available by itself either. I am so knowledgeable about these things. But I do know this time I got MSRP is $45 for the pledge or the regular non-Kickstarter. All right, anyway. Without further ado, we did the setup, which will confuse the heck out of me, but I wasn't paying attention, so that's all done. And apparently confused us too a little bit. Yeah. There was some hiccup on eggs versus rubble versus actual worms, which are these target numbers over here. Right. All right, Shelby.
Okay, so we've determined the starting player is going to be Sterling, because he was the one to most recently defeat a worm in combat, according to this. Okay, so you
kind of got to tell him why. He's an exterminator. It's not like he goes out of his way.
You're right.
I mean, we are in Nevada. We live in the desert, but no, there's no worm signs yet.
Right. Okay, so beginning with the starting player, each player takes a turn by performing 3 steps in order: playing a vehicle card, resolving the played card, and then refilling their hand. After completing the turn, they check for a possible worm attack. Afterwards, play passes to the next player in clockwise order. So playing a vehicle card, you play a card from your hand face up on one of the 3 spots in the terror zone, below the worm of your choice.
Yeah, okay.
Each worm card has a card limit displayed on the bottom right-hand corner, which represents the number of vehicle cards that can be played on it. You can never play a card on a worm that has already reached its limit.
Where's that limit shown?
Right here. 3, 3, 2.
Thank you.
And teeny tiny. Okay.
I'm also upside down.
So then you resolve the played card in 3 steps: distraction, perform actions, and resolve special ability. Distraction. At the bottom of each vehicle card is a set of arrows that represent a distraction. These are the directions a worm's target token moves after you play that card. Resolving each arrow icon from left to right, move the target token of the worm that you have distracted this turn 1 space in each direction indicated. If this causes the target token to exit the game board, ignore the movement and resolve the subsequent arrow. A target token will never leave the playing field. Some vehicle cards do not have any direct distraction arrows, so the target token of the worm will not move when the card is played.
That's cute.
Okay. Point on what you just read. It
Mm-hmm.
says you play a vehicle card in these places.
Yes.
And I notice my distraction abilities all say play face down.
Huh.
Interesting.
All of you.
So how do I resolve? Yes. Every distraction card I have in my hand says place it face down as a distraction.
I do not know.
So how do we resolve things that are face down?
Well, maybe that happens in the worm phase. You get what I'm getting at? Maybe the worm movement happens later, and you're the unknown. You're going to be putting stuff over there that we have no idea how to
play it.
Right.
So as a distraction, I play it face down.
Cool.
Distract the worm. Does that mean I now turn it up?
No, I think that happens later. We all put our distractions.
But we keep reading the rules.
Yeah,
and we'll see if it's
resolve the card. First thing you do is distract the worm.
But is it all of us play our vehicle cards?
No, it's one person at a time.
Just keep reading it. It'll probably bring it back.
All right.
Hopefully it will, because
Alright, let's see. Perform actions. You receive action points equal to the number shown on the card in the upper left.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that.
Spend these action points to perform any of the actions listed below. You may take the same action multiple times if desired. This step is complete when you have spent all of your action points or have performed the pick up all eggs action. For one action point, you may move one space orthogonally. You may never move into a space that contains rubble. You can move into or through a space with another player's pawn, but you cannot end your movement on the same space as another player.
Okay.
You can ramp another player. If another player's pawn is adjacent to yours, you may jump over their piece as long as there's an empty space adjacent to the piece. Your pawn may change direction while ramping.
I can
another
ramp.
player.
So for one action, I can jump over somebody?
Yeah.
Does
For
that
one
cost
action.
2 movement to make that jump?
No.
So why would you move through a
It's
player?
one action.
It's one action to jump over a player, so you get 2 movement for the price of 1.
But
Right.
it has to be over a player.
Yeah, but that's okay. So I'm just questioning why would you ever move through a player?
You can't end on the same turn as a player.
Right. But
She
I
just
read-
read you can move through a player. Why would you ever want to spend one action to move one space instead of one action to move 2? That's what I was questioning.
The only way you get to move 2 is by ramping over a player.
Right.
So yeah, you don't have to. You can. What happens if you want to go into the player and then go that way?
Yeah.
It costs you 2.
Yeah.
That way it costs you 1. Action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask a silly question. Orthogonally is just up and down.
Yeah.
You can't go diagonals.
Okay. For one action point, you can remove a rubble from a space adjacent to your pawn.
Yep. Adjacent. 'Cause
You
can't
place
move
the
into it.
rubble on your leader character. If you ever collect 3 rubble, you must immediately discard them to the general supply, then draw a weapon or item card.
Nice.
Okay, you can pick up all the eggs in your space and place them on your leader. You can carry any number of eggs, there's no limit. You can deliver an egg you are carrying. To deliver an egg, you must have an egg in your possession and be in a location.
Excuse me.
If you deliver an egg without a bounty, you score 1 victory point. Take a victory point token from the supply as a reward and discard the egg supply. However, if you deliver an egg that fulfills one of the 4 face-up bounties in the bounty line displayed at the top of the board, or possibly a hidden bounty card you have in your hand, you score even more points. Do not take victory point tokens. Instead, discard the delivered egg and place the bounty card under your leader so only the point total is showing. Be sure to draw a new bounty card to refill the bounty line. Okay, so that's how we get the delivery thing. What?
I missed
You
all.
said if you get 3 rubble, you discard it. Do you discard the leader card or just the
No,
rubble?
just the rubble.
Okay.
To discard the rubble to grab an item.
So
or
you don't
weapon.
have to go to the location to do that. You just do that
As soon as you get
Right.
3 rubble, you do it, no matter
Yep,
where you
that's
are.
3. As soon as you get 3.
Cool.
Hopefully this is not an all-day thing. Alright.
Okay. Whether you deliver an egg with or without a bounty, you receive a bonus based on the location you deliver it to. No matter how many deliveries you complete in a turn, you only receive 1 delivery bonus per turn. Delivery bonuses are as follows. If you're at the general store, draw an item card. Motel, gain a victory point. State police, draw a weapon card. Government facility, you draw a card from the bounty line or from the top of the bounty deck and place it face down near your later card. This is now a hidden bounty that only you can complete. Then, if needed, draw a new bounty card to fill up the line if you took one from there. Okay.
Alright, so quick summary because unfortunately I was drawn away.
Okay.
Basically, I can deliver eggs anywhere I want. If I
Yes.
deliver them to this location, I'll get something. If I deliver to a different location, I get something else. And then you always get 4 victory points or whatever these are.
No. So you can deliver an egg anywhere for 1 victory point. If you fulfill that, so like orange to government facility is the first one, right? You get to take that card and you gain the extra 4 victory points at the
Okay.
end.
Just so I understand, this matches to this, this matches to this, this matches to this.
Yes.
This one,
Unfortunately,
this
these are the
one,
reds.
That's red, not purple.
Reds, blues, and
Yeah.
orange. There's are no purple cards in play at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these two are gonna be close to you.
Yeah.
It's here that's the problem. There it's not. Here is a problem because, okay. No,
Yeah, no purple, that's a red.
We're getting
do
to the
this.
face
no,
down
it's
distraction.
you're good. This
So
matches
what's
to
the
this.
Oh,
This
no, I
matches to
totally
that.
support that.
Okay, and there's no purple on the board. We're
No
good.
purple.
No. You
Okay.
got it. Thank you. Lo.
So, as I was saying, also if you fulfill one of the bounties, you receive a bonus based on that location.
And the bounties are.
Those cards up there are
Yep.
bounty cards. So if you fulfill one of those,
You get the bonus.
you get a bonus, which is general store, draw an item card, motel, gain an extra
Gotcha.
victory point,
Okay.
state police, draw a weapon card, government facility, you get
Yeah.
to draw a hidden bounty, hospital, you bring a dead character in your squad back to life.
Oh
I'm
man.
guessing we'll get back to this later.
So that's how those characters is when they get eaten.
Flip the card face up and place it underneath the current leader card. Okay. Resolving special abilities. Each vehicle card has an ability that must be performed. Higher numbered cards have negative abilities, while lower numbered cards have positive abilities. Follow the instructions on the card to perform the ability. And it shows the play a vehicle card face down as a distraction, and it's circled, but it doesn't give me an explanation yet. So let's see if that's on this page. Nope. Okay. Item and weapon cards. Whenever you collect 3 rubble, you must immediately discard that rubble to gain an item or weapon card. Items and weapons may not be used on the turn that they are acquired. However, worms always attack between turns, and that means if a worm attacks immediately after your turn is over, you may use the newly acquired weapon against that worm. Item and weapon cards are kept hidden from other players until they are played from your hand. Be sure to read each card carefully, as it will tell you when and how the ability may be used. Item cards generally include special abilities that a player may use on their turn to break the rules. Many times they will also give the player a victory point for doing so. Weapon cards are generally used during a worm attack to hunt worms. Refill your hand to 3 cards when your turn is over for vehicle cards. Okay. Then it goes into like what we do before the next player takes their turn, resolving worm attacks and that sort of thing. So I will get into that in a second. I'm going to see if there's anything else in here that says anything about that play card face down as a distraction. I will point out that there are gameplay variants for 2-player and solo for this game. Okay. Solo scenarios. Advanced difficulty. Appendix. Okay, this is what I want. The bicycle card allows you to play another card as a distraction face down. This card may be played on any worm that has not reached its limit. Later, when the worm attacks, any face down cards are revealed and the distraction arrows will be resolved. If multiple cards are face down, you reveal them in the order that they were played.
So it happens after.
The first one is bicycle card. Is played face up.
No.
No, they're all played face down.
You're not going to distract the worms until
It's
when-
the worm's
until they
actual
attack.
turn.
That's
Oh,
what I was
no,
trying to
okay.
get.
Now this is how it goes. The bicycle one is played face up, right?
Yep.
And you use it. But the special ability is place another card
Face down.
face down.
Yes,
Yeah.
I get that now. But
Yeah.
the first one has to be face up because
Yeah, the
you
first one is-
immediately
yeah.
distract the worm by moving them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got little arrow movements.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But then I can play
Play
another one.
card face
It's a
down.
matter of when.
So when does the face down ones resolve?
When they attack, which is before the next player takes their turn. So after Sterling has taken his first turn and it goes to Josh. In the lower right hand corner of each worm card is the card limit. This number denotes how many vehicle cards can be played on a worm before it attacks. If there are vehicle cards on a worm equal to the number shown, it attacks before the next player takes their turn. You check to see if there are any face down cards on the worm. If there are, you flip them over and resolve them as you would during the distraction step. If there are multiple face down cards, resolve cards in order they were played. Place an egg matching the color of the attacking worm on the space where the target token is now located. If this is the queen, a rubble is placed at the center, and an egg of each color is placed one space adjacent to as shown on the card. Then you place one piece of rubble on each of the shaded spaces, just like we did during setup. If rubble is already on the space, you add another to it, but only 2 per space. After worm attacks has been fully resolved, discard the worm to the worm discard pile and draw a new worm card to replace it, and place the new worm's target token on the appropriate grid coordinates.
Oh, I see.
So it's going to start limiting our movement because we can't move through rubble.
Well, yeah. And apparently these cards stay here
until it's
until
revealed.
they hit the target number, and then that worm attacks.
Yeah. Okay. If a player's pawn is in any space where rubbles or eggs have to be added, they are caught in the attack. The player's leader might die unless the worm can be defeated or an item is used for protection. If your player pawn is caught in the worm's attack, you have an opportunity to attack the worm with any weapons you have acquired. Follow the instructions on the weapon or item card you use. However, if you are unsuccessful, your leader dies. See death on page 16. That's the next page. Okay. Multiple players may be caught in the same worm attack. If this is the case, the last player to take a turn has an opportunity to attack the worm first, followed by the next player in clockwise order, and so on. A worm card shows the worm's health total. It is a little heart. Yes. If the combined total of the damage dealt to the worm by all players caught in the attack is equal to or higher than the worm's health, you have defeated the worm, and any players caught in the attack are safe. Rubble and eggs are still placed as usual. The player that deals the killing blow receives credit for defeating the worm and receives a victory point token. However, if one of the hunting bounties on the bounty line matches the worm type, or if you have a hidden bounty that matches, do not take the victory token. Instead, show this bounty to all players and slide it under your leader so the points are visible. If this bounty is taken from the bounty line, be sure to draw a new bounty card. Okay.
Bounty.
Those are the cards at the top.
So
But there's no
if I were to kill one of the red worms, I would.
You would take that one and you would get the points.
Instead of delivering the
Instead
egg,
of
you can kill the
delivering,
worm.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright, death. If any players are caught in the worm's attack and they cannot defeat it, their leader is killed. Drop all rubble and eggs that you were carrying on your current space. If placing rubble would exceed the maximum 2, any excess is returned to the supply. Any active item or weapon cards that is face up near your leader is also discarded. Then remove your player pawn from the board. Flip your character to their deceased side and set it aside. Choose a new leader from the remaining squad members and place it on top of your remaining characters. On your next turn, you will begin your turn by placing your pawn on an unoccupied location of your choice and then performing your turn as normal. The game ends immediately if a player receives 20 victory points. That player is the winner. But if any player's entire squad is killed, they are eliminated from the game. All other players will receive one final turn. And if they are still alive, the player with the most victory points wins. If there is a tie, the player with the most completed bounties wins.
So if somebody completely dies, they trigger end of game.
Yeah.
Commit suicide in the game.
Not a favorite mechanic.
Otherwise,
Well,
we
if
share
you're
our victory.
totally losing,
Yeah, not a favorite
let's end the
mechanic.
game.
Definitely not a favorite
I
mechanic.
do have a question. My leader dude has my hand size these 4 cards.
Oh, nice.
Should I draw another card, or is it not applicable?
It
yet?
says refill hand to 3 cards.
Yeah,
I think
but
in
at the
step
end of
3
your
you're
turn,
going to
yeah, you would refill.
refill to 4. Yeah, I'm guessing. There could be an FAQ about it, maybe in the back.
Let me double check the small common card explanations. It just explains boots, bicycle, motorcycle, and white hat item. It doesn't have any character explanations.
I was wondering. Wasn't sure.
So, okay. So I guess you get to go first by playing a vehicle card.
Did it say anything about there if the worm target's lying on your space?
You're in the attack, aren't you then?
Well, that come up with
If you were to be hit with rubble, you're in the attack, if I remember correctly.
Rubble or eggs?
But the worm doesn't attack until you get done with your action.
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, it's fairly apparent you can distract a worm over to an opposing player.
100%. Alright, so what do you got there? What's on that?
I get 7 actions apparently.
Yeah, I see that. But
Your
what's
distraction is move the nearest target token to your space.
So
Because
who are you?
distract
I'm
happens
sorry.
first.
I would
Okay.
be pulling 3 to
So-
me, but that doesn't apply until worm round, right?
No, distraction
No,
happens
Goes first.
now.
Yeah, distraction happens right
Oh, that's
away.
immediately.
So
But I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't attack.
yeah, the targets don't really affect anything until there's enough cards here to trigger an attack.
Oh, okay.
So
But the first thing you do is distract the worm, which was move the nearest target token to your space.
Nice going, dude. A lot of noise there.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so 1 action,
Yeah.
2 action.
Yeah.
3,
Mm-hmm.
4.
I thought it was an item.
Item or weapon.
Oh,
your
you have choice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Oh god.
Yeah, I got an ugly one.
Yeah, that's definitely gross. So that was 4.
I don't know.
1, 2,
2,
3,
3, 4.
5, 6, 7.
And then he's done.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So
Now
you're all
we're-
excited, and I got
I get to refill my hand.
4. He resolved. There wasn't any special ability.
No. And then you refill your hand to 4. There's
And
no
then
worm
there's a-
attack because there's only 1 card, so then it goes to the next player.
That's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So if you, the second person to put one here triggers this,
Yeah,
this
on
worm
their-
attack.
Yeah.
No, that one takes 3.
No,
This
it's
one
2.
takes 2.
Yeah, it's just showing
It's
you
target
Okay,
number
okay.
3.
Yeah.
This
I
one takes
thought
3.
that's,
This one takes 3.
I thought that's what it was. My apologies. Okay.
Yeah.
This Miss Tentacles is stronger than that Miss Tentacles.
You just play these whenever, right?
Mm-hmm. Then you just have to follow the instructions on the card
Whatever the card
itself.
is. Yeah. So
Like mine says on my turn, mine says the other one says at the start of your turn. So
when you do
so I'm
this,
gonna
you may
use my
do that.
seismograph, and on my turn I can discard this card to play a vehicle card face down under any worm as a distraction. Gain a victory point. I'm gonna put this under the 18 miller.
Oh, so it's active.
So that's going to be a worm attack. No more cards can go there.
And then I'm gonna play an 18 miller on Blaster, I think. Yeah. So that's gonna move him to me.
Nearest target token.
What is it? Number 1?
Yeah.
No, the nearest
Yeah.
which is still
Which is still
1.
number 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
'cause
to
he's
where?
blue.
To the little blue card right there.
to his space.
Yep. And then when I play a Southern Vehicle card, I can move into spaces with Rebel, and they're immediately discarded from the board.
It's a
That's my
Special
special
ability.
ability.
of your leader.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna move all of this.
So you get 7 actions.
Speak to me, I'll do it for you because you're across the table.
Yeah. I'm gonna move it to 5. That Rebel's gone. 'Cause
No,
my special
No.
you're
ability,
going.
because of my special ability.
His
You can-
ability is
My
letting him
special
take
ability is I
all
can move
off
into
the-
spaces with Rebel, and they're immediately discarded from the board. I don't get to collect them,
No.
but
Discard.
it's gone. I'm gonna go to 4, and then I'm gonna come this way towards 2.
No.
Nope.
Towards me.
Towards 2.
Yeah, towards me.
And
So
that,
that Rebel's gone, and then I can pick up the egg.
That ends all actions.
Yeah, so let's see, it's 1,
But
2, 3.
Pick up all eggs. So could there be more than 1 egg in
In
the
a
space?
there
Sure.
can be
Okay.
more than
Wherever
one.
the
So
worm
before
pops
I
in.
do that, I'm gonna use my last 3 actions to pick up the Rebel surrounding me, and then grab the eggs. So I'm not wasting them.
Do you want the 2 in front of you? Oh,
Yeah,
those are the
yeah,
only ones.
Those are the
available.
ones I can take, yeah.
Okay, so that's
So
3.
click 3, I'm taking a weapon, and then I'll pick up the egg. Cute. And then worm attack.
Well, first you refill your hand with your, and then worm attack. Okay, so we resolve the face down card first, and
He's gonna go
move
this
3-1 that way.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. Then
See, I was gonna leave you to get slaughtered.
place an egg matching
That's
the color of
not
the
gonna be any
attacking worm,
slaughter.
so blue goes where the target is.
They poop eggs.
And then place 1 piece of rubble in each of the shaded spaces, so it's the 4
Time for me and homie to
corners.
square up. I already placed the rubber.
Okay. Alright. And then so you get a chance to attack it back. Player's pawn is in a space where rubble or eggs would be added. They're caught in the attack. So
So what happens if rubble falls on you like you're there? Nothing.
That just means
You
you're
get to
in the
attack,
attack range.
yeah.
You're in the attack from the
So-
worm.
he gets to attack back. Following the instructions on the weapon or item cards you want to use, you need to have 4 points of damage
to kill the worm.
kill
Oh, I'm
the
ready.
worm.
Can I have the dice, please?
What you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the hunting rifle. If I need to go from there, we'll go from there. Discard it. Roll 2 dice. Deal damage equal to the higher of the 2. I did 3, so it has 1 health left, which is disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 50-50 on killing it.
Yes, I did. So I'm going to play my semi-auto rifle then. I roll 6 die. For every one that's a 5 or higher, it takes 2 damage.
Okay, so you really need to get 1.
It's
There you
dead.
go. It's
Yeah. Very nice.
So
Okay. So the worm card shows the worm's health total. If the combined total of damage dealt by the worm by all players is equal to or higher than the worm's health, you have defeated the worm. All players caught in the attack are safe. Rubble and eggs are still placed as usual. The player that deals the killing blow receives credit for defeating the worm and receives a victory point token.
That one was mine.
and
What happened?
because I killed the worm, that means I can claim because it was a light blue.
Hold on 1 second. If one of the hunting bounties in the bounty line matches the worm type, which is blue, yes, you do not take a victory point token. Instead, show this bounty to all players and slide it under your leader so that the points are visible. If this bounty is taken from the bounty line, be sure to draw a new bounty card and reveal the bounty card line to 4 cards. You can only complete 1 bounty per kill, even if 2 bounties of the same type are displayed.
Hunt any worm.
okay. You would have liked that one. Oh, that's good.
So what happens to these?
Those
It's
go in the
defeated, it goes
discard
away, I
pile.
assume.
Yep.
Well, we assume nothing. We're waiting for.
That's fair.
I believe it just goes into the discard pile.
Well, does another worm show up?
Those cards underneath it now fill that worm.
Well, no. I would
But
assume
you-
if
you wouldn't.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Remember what you just
You
said?
assume.
nothing.
The assumption is these all get removed
Yeah,
and
it
a new
makes
worm
sense
comes
to
out.
me,
but I'm
but
waiting for.
Does it happen now? Does it happen?
All players caught in the attack are safe. Rubble and eggs are placed as normal. Okay. Player death. I don't care about that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's only 3 worms in the entire game.
That seems
No, that
unlikely.
doesn't seem.
Yeah.
What are these, by the way, anyways?
Those were just the reference for starting.
Oh.
These are the starting
Those were the
locations
initial
for
4,
each.
yeah.
This was the 4 starting
went-
locations. They're
Oh.
bye now.
So they
See,
go
they're all
into
zeros.
So they go into. Oh, okay.
They don't exist. They're just they're there. It's fluff.
It's just initial placement.
It's fluff on what starts on the board.
That's not your Miss Tentacles right here.
Carry worm attack.
Actually, 2 Miss Tentacles in this border.
She tried to get grabby with me, so I had to take her out.
After the worm attack has been fully resolved, discard the worm to the worm discard pile. Draw a new worm card to replace it. Place the new worm's target token on the appropriate
Discard.
report.
So even if it doesn't
Those get
kill
discarded
you,
too.
even if you don't kill it, you discard it.
Yes, because it says
It's
after
the-
worm
after the worm.
attack.
Okay,
has
so
been
if
fully
you don't kill a
resolved.
worm, any remaining damage on it is gone, basically.
Right. Yep. You have to do full damage.
Oh, you had to
to
wipe it
defeat
out.
it.
Yeah, because otherwise it goes back on the ground, and
Right.
you get replaced with a new.
Yeah, because if you don't,
It gets replaced by an egg.
It's like magic.
if
don't
you
kill it,
cannot
one turn
defeat
heals.
it, your leader is killed. So
Right, and you put an egg there,
yeah.
and the worm becomes a different worm. It lays an egg and leaves, right?
Right.
Except it can't lay an egg on a location, I've thought. So there's a puzzle on
You have to
these
roll.
things.
I do have a question for
Location.
clarification.
Mm-hmm.
With the pick up all eggs rule,
Yeah.
say I was here, can I grab both of those eggs?
No, it has to be in the
All
in
eggs
the
on one
space
particular
in your
spot.
space
Okay.
in the space you're in.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was.
Yeah. Rubble is adjacent. Eggs is in the space you're in.
Sure. Righty-o, Shelby, your turn, ma'am.
Okay.
We got a new worm next to me.
I'll take the rubble right next to me for one.
This
You
one.
want to play worm card?
No, I
Still
don't.
planning on taking her out.
Yes, I do.
You have to.
Hold on, I know.
I wasn't paying attention to the location. I thought you weren't going to do the attack once it was
I mean, that's kind of how you determine your actions, I
Well,
think.
Right. I do. Need to play one.
I can play very offensive.
I'm gonna do
I think there's some nasty stuff in here, period.
6, and it says move all targets one space closer to me.
Okay, where are
One
you?
space is here.
And the white one in the
space is
corner.
Here. Space is there.
There. You can still do one for the rebel.
So, I'm seeing the mechanic here. The faster you move, the more noise you make, the more you attract them to you. That's what it seems to be a pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She read that in the rules.
Yeah,
The
well,
higher
I
higher
was in here.
numbered.
The higher the actions, the
Yeah,
more
yeah,
negative
yeah,
the card is.
That makes sense.
The
Okay.
lower number of actions, the more positive it is.
Right. So I picked up one rebel for 1. I'll move a space for 2. Grab 2 more rebel for 3 and 4. Move
Immediately turn them in.
1 more space.
Which way?
Towards Josh. And then.
I mean, towards me.
I meant
That's me.
person, not figure.
Oh.
And one
That's
more
4.
rebel.
Incidentally,
Just
you could have
one.
said it also towards Mike, but yes.
1 rebel. That's all I have actions for. Okay, then at the end of your turn, you move a target token 2 spaces in any direction, is my character ability. So I'm gonna move, and we'll move target 1 2 spaces this way. Yep.
You coming at me?
And then, no.
Yeah.
And then refill your
And
hand.
then refill my hand with 1, and that's it, because there's no attack.
Well, now isn't this just interesting? Do I need to make a worm do crazy stuff? Yeah. Where is? Okay, so I think I will make number 1 have a second card. Move all target tokens 1 space closer to you.
Thank you.
Wait, stop making the noise. You're bringing them all over here.
6 actions. 1, 2, there's 3 of them, so I'll take a item card. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got to hold on a second. I got to look at the top 3 when I get a rebel, get an item card, and pick the one I want.
Oh, that's your ability.
That's my special ability of my handyman.
Sweet.
The ability that's on the card. It's supposed to
So
go
we
at
do that.
the
Ooh.
We do that at the end.
at the end.
We get to do distraction, and then we do that.
Yeah, I guess you're
That's a
right.
little bit of a difference
Okay,
in
yeah.
how things are done.
That's funny.
You say after jump
Yeah.
goes and then after
Yeah.
Starting the new round.
Oh, gosh, these are all.
Yeah, there's some.
The one I have sucks. That's why I got another item card. Wow. I think I'll put some nitrous in my vehicle. I'm just going to tell you what they are, but those are
Oh,
those
do
are
the
fabulous.
extras get discarded?
No, the nitrous is here. I put nitrous in.
Do
my
the
vehicle.
extras get discarded?
Yes, they do. Discard the rest. Those were really good. I got 3 real good ones, but nitrous is pretty
I
fun.
don't know how much
dude,
actions you got
okay.
left.
I know, yeah, dude, they're all good. Yeah, your turn.
Oh, okay. So,
But nitrous, I just had to put nitrous in my Jeep. I'm just telling you, I had to do it. Just because it's nitrous.
Okay.
I don't care what it does. I had to nitrous up the Jeep. I'm gonna
I was
be,
engine on, just got in the middle of nowhere.
I'm gonna be running over worms. 4-wheel over them. Leave tire treads in their backs.
that one's maxed out. No, I can take
No,
one more.
One more there, and it'll,
One more
it'll
than
make
it
an
activates.
attack.
Okay, so we're gonna put this in one. I'll pick up
And
truck.
my handyman's gonna die. Where? Here?
Yep.
Oh, you went that way.
Oh God, you just put it right on.
Yeah, but he's leaving.
No, he put
No,
it on
me.
Josh.
Oh, is that Josh?
Yeah, no, not on me. No. Well,
Okay, you
they're
get
all.
5 actions.
It was either I'm gonna bring him closer to me or move one further away. I'm moving one further away. Sorry, Josh.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Take your
At the
points
beginning of my turn, my dog's gonna put on a black cat because he's that cool. So can I have a victory point, please? If I kill a worm, I get a victory point. And we might as well activate this weapon. At the start of your turn, roll both dice. If a target token is on the resulting coordinates, the worm is killed. If a player pawn is there, their leader dies. Discard this card only when you hit something.
Gross.
I'm calling it an airstrike. 6 and 2.
6-2.
Oh, you almost got Josh.
Almost.
Oh no,
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 it's
that
right
would have
here.
been there. Never mind. Still.
All right, so just be advised there will be a random orbital strike every beginning of the turn. All right,
Until he kills something.
That's not
until I kill something. Hopefully a worm. That's all I'm
Not
after.
when he rolls his location.
It's possible. I mean, it's
Kills his own leader with his.
Yeah.
hopefully I don't kill my little dog. All right. So that was 5 actions. Action number 1, I will clear 2 of these because my dog digs. Clear 2 rubble for 1 action.
Oh, that's nice.
Action number 2, I will clear 1 to get. Give me a weapon.
Actually,
So that's cool. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep. That was an action number 2. The secret or what? Action number 3. Action number 4. Action number 5.
You want another weapon or item?
Well, give me an item this time.
You only need to discard 3. You had 4.
Okay. Oh, it immediately goes to. I don't. Okay, got it. One stays on me. And action number 6.
You only have 5.
5. You only
5.
have 5.
Okay, then I'm done.
And there's a worm.
All right.
Attack.
God damn. Oh, wow.
Refill your hand.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, no face down cards, right? Place an egg matching the color of the attacking worm on the space where the target token is.
Blaster is purple.
Okay. Place a piece of rubble in each of the shaded spaces displayed on the card.
Cool.
And then you get a chance to
much
attack.
health
It's
does it
got
have?
6.
Cool. I'm gonna throw a grenade.
Can
I'm
I
gonna roll the
change
dice.
cards?
You need 6. Change
Can I,
card.
like, I have an equipment, but I can only have one of those equipments. Can I swap them out, or how's that work?
I didn't say that you only could have one. It's just all the ones that are out.
I can only wear 1 hat. It says so
Oh,
on the card.
Does it? Well,
Yeah.
Can I replace the hat
it
that I
never
have with
said
an...
anything about that. Let me see.
That's
if
what I was
it,
curious about.
Let me see if
If
it
I
says
roll
in the
4,
hat.
5, or 6, I kill it.
Hats are special, permanent, and fashionable bonuses that
Alright.
players can acquire from
But
the
use a
item
hunting
deck.
rifle.
They are played face up near
Oh,
your
you were
leader.
only supposed to roll
Instead.
1.
Was it one of the dice?
It said roll a die.
Oh, well, they both were 3s, so
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Okay.
It's dead. 6 points damage.
Oh, I don't know where it went.
Hats
So it's
are
a purple.
placed face up near your leader
Very
and are
purple.
usable each turn
But
once they
you
are
did
played.
hunt a worm.
Yeah.
Hats always are discarded when your leader dies, or if a player shoots it with a pistol.
What?
Your leader can only wear 1 hat at a time. You may replace a hat your leader is wearing by discarding your previous hat and playing a new one from your hand.
Roll,
Okay.
roll the
So you
random
have to lose
location.
it if you're
Just
gonna-
can't-
Yeah,
can't put
well, if
this
it
target
becomes
5, 3.
problematic.
Because it was going to end up on the state police.
You killed it?
I
See?
did.
No problems.
I threw a grenade as a distraction, and while I wasn't looking, shot in the head.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
That all happened on.
That's worm attack round. Now it's
That was my turn.
Yep.
Now,
Okay.
was
So
the first player token move? What a...
No.
I asked a question. We got to change things a little bit.
yeah.
I asked what the special ability was. Is that the character special ability or what? Special ability is the written stuff on the green cards. So we have to be doing your actions and then resolve
And
whatever
then
that part
what's
is.
on the card.
So it's a little bit changed to the play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so that would have slightly
Well,
affected
there's-
my first turn.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah, we perform actions, then resolve special ability.
Yeah. The
Because the
distraction
18-wheelers
part.
pull that thing right to you after your turn's all done.
So the
Sure,
arrows
because you
go
got
first.
you got to do the
Yeah.
actions to make the noise.
Yeah.
Okay,
How much health does this?
that makes a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's not part of the distraction.
No,
No.
it's separate. I
Yeah.
guess.
You do-
Why did they put it in the distraction section?
But no, that makes sense though. Like
You know, I understand, but they
Yeah.
once again,
Yeah.
it's in the distraction section of the card.
Right. It just seems like why wouldn't you just resolve the whole card first? But yeah, I get it. It's.
They should have blocked that little spot out with
Yeah.
a different color than the distraction
I
section.
agree.
so when you play the 18-wheeler, automatic, you're
At the end of
drawing.
your turn, you're pulling right to you. As long as the cards aren't tapped out, you're okay.
Yeah.
Well, or you got the weapons to deal with it.
Yeah. You purposefully want to.
So first player token doesn't move. He goes again.
Hmm?
Does the first player move
Does first player get
clockwise?
changed?
Okay.
It would skip over him and
So
then
it's back to me?
tail end. So it's whatever.
If
I know there's
Because there's no,
here we
there's
have
no.
player order advantages again.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah, I know.
You're 100% reactive. So now do we
There's-
populate stuff? What
Nope,
happens?
it just
Nope,
keeps
keep
going as we
Okay.
go. First person to 20.
Oh, we need to refill
Victory
the
points.
Yes, we do.
bounty.
Delivery. A purple or red egg to the state police.
Oh yeah, a blue X.
Is it or?
Yes, it does say or.
Okay.
18-wheeler on the Screamer. I get 7 actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So we just reshuffle these ones. That
Yeah.
gets low. 2 more.
6 and 7.
Yes, my problem. Not enough action to pick up on it.
So
Now you pull the closest one to you. What if there's a tie?
I did read something about ties.
They were all
2 spaces
2
from
away.
you.
Pick your poison.
Right? Do I get a pick? That'd be nice.
They all come to you.
Obviously, you
Toss
want
her in
missed
the middle.
tacticals.
That would be bad though, because if I played 18 wheeler,
I want left
else,
this
I'd
time,
pull
or
all
right
this
this
time.
That's what I meant. The one with no cards on her.
Oh.
Because
I
unless you want to kill it.
I like to square up with these ones.
Okay.
As
Then
far as
pick
I
the
have
one with
encountered
the
yet.
most cat. That one's gonna trigger in 1 card. So that's the one you want. The Screamer.
Player
I don't want the
discretion.
Screamer. He has 6 health.
You choose.
You
one.
Oh, I get to choose. Okay, cool. Okay, now I'm gonna.
That's one attack, but none of the ones are.
There is no
attacking.
worm attack.
Nope.
I know, but I have things I can
So-
do. I'm gonna play my suspicious briefcase, and
Suspicious.
It's a bomb.
on my turn, discard this card. Discard 2 cards from the bounty line, and immediately replace them. I gain 1 VP. So we're gonna get rid of the oranges because I'm gonna do that thing.
Arrgh. 2 of us sitting on orange eggs.
Well, that's my problem right now with not having a moving first player.
I understand.
Is that this is the issue you run into.
I mean,
There's no. First
Everybody's
player
reactive.
token or anything. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, first player advantage.
Yeah.
Last player.
I'm just gonna sit here and wait to figure out what's left.
Yeah.
And I'm going to end my turn. Yeah, refill my hand and my turn.
It's interesting that they all have spaces for distractions, even though there's not a distraction.
Right. Isn't
I'm
it a
like,
little strange?
There
Yeah.
could be a card that modifies it somehow. Like
Maybe, or we don't know what was in their expansion too. Like it might have
it could be like X
tokens or
X
something.
thing gives
Yeah.
X distraction.
There's a
Yeah.
very obvious reason why there's nothing there. Because you get a lot of actions.
Well, no, I know, I
No,
get
no.
that, but I'm just saying, why print the circles?
why have the circles on?
Yeah.
Because there's a standard card thing in the computer, in their file.
I'm not the 18 wheeler myself. I'm gonna take my first 3 actions. I'm gonna take the 3 rebel around me. I'm gonna trade those in.
You are blue.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3.
I'm gonna move 3 to here. And then for 7, I'm gonna pick up that egg.
The one you were on just was disgusting to you.
Well,
it
he
ends
ends
it
the
ends your
turn.
I don't
When you
give
pick
us
up
an
an egg,
action.
it ends your turn.
Okay.
Plus, now in a way, I get to move the nearest worm to my location. My discretion. I'm taking 3 from you because 1's gonna activate.
Okay.
Number 1 location just activated, yes.
Yeah.
So,
worm attack.
it's a screamer. It is a red.
Okay.
in number 1.
So we need a red egg on it.
And it gets rubble on the entire vertical row.
Which means.
Well, no, it's
two
just
of
two
us.
below it and two above it.
Well, almost the entire vertical row.
So
yeah.
okay, hang on.
Oh,
Two,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
way up there, right?
Yeah.
two here.
2.
No, one there.
One there, one there.
So
Sterling,
it's
you got a worm
just
attack on you.
Not there.
Yeah,
It's
just
two.
that.
two
Okay,
already.
two.
Yeah.
It's only 2 on each. Yeah. So Sterling gets attacked again.
How much health does it got?
He wants it though.
It's a 6.
Yeah, I don't want that one.
You said you wanted it.
Not that one. Not.
You said something about being an exterminator and bring it, and I don't.
Yeah, I know.
So they brought it.
I was excited, but
Well,
that's not
now
good.
you're-
I can't,
Now
I
you're
can't take that
overly
one out.
excited now.
So I lose all rubble and eggs.
I don't know. Do
'Cause
you
my
have
dude
weapons?
died.
I mean,
I can't kill it.
So your leader dies. I remember you pull your leader and turn it over and put it at the bottom of your pile.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
you can choose a new leader. You don't have to stick with whatever is on top.
Drop all rubble and eggs onto the space you're carrying into your current. Yeah, drop them all into the space you were at.
There's a rubble there then.
If placing a rubble would exceed the maximum 2,
Oh,
and
no,
it's just
that
returned to the
stays.
supply.
No, I
No.
put my car where.
Any active item or weapons that were face up near your leader are also discarded. Remove your player pawn from the board. Flip your character to their deceased side, set it aside. Choose a new leader from
Hospital,
your
you
remaining
can get
ones. Place it on top of your remaining characters. On your next turn, you will begin your turn by placing your pawn on an unoccupied location.
Say the
So
last
technically,
part.
if you want to start on the hospital, you can
Pick
bring
your
back
new
that-
leader.
Oh, just pick
Yeah,
one.
just
Okay.
choose your new one.
Out of the 2 you have there.
Okay.
Technically, if you want to bring back that leader from the dead, you can start on the hospital,
Yeah.
but you don't get to start with him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You'd have to die
You,
again.
can
to
go,
get-
you put him back under
Yeah.
your.
Oh, I have to die again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because you got to pick your leader now.
Okay, yeah.
That one's dead. Then you start again in the hospital. You bring him back.
Yeah.
Now he's
Okay.
eligible.
He let me have 4 cards. What happens now?
You don't replenish
Discard
back
down
to.
to 3.
When you go to
or,
Do I-
refill, you'll just refill.
I
the
just
three.
don't refill. I just have
Yeah.
to use it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to start at the hospital then.
Well,
Well,
that's
you
next
do it
turn.
on your
You don't
next
do that
turn,
till
you
your
can
turn,
choose.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. So pick your leader
So
now
your
out of
turn
the 2
is-
leaders.
yeah.
You got him. That's the one on
I
Dr.
got
Tom.
Dr. Tom.
So
Alright,
if you guys
Dr.
head
Tom.
to the hospital, he can't spawn there because you can't spawn on
Right.
location.
Like,
Or
why
has
would
to
I
be
want
at
to
the
do that?
location.
But thank you. I appreciate the
Right.
suggestion.
Okay, so then we discard the wormy and get a new one.
It's the queen.
Oh, boy.
And we put the target on 4/5.
How many did
cards?
she take
It
today?
takes 5 cards to bring her out, and she's 20 health.
Oh, lordy.
How much
How
damage is that?
Oh, man.
And she
If I
spawns 4 eggs.
line
No
that square
rubble.
with my military satellite. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But you score 8 points if you kill the queen.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna put another. Go ahead and draw my card.
Well, you can keep putting damage on her during the turn.
No,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna use another 18 million to get away.
Queen, jeez.
But you did, Sterling.
It's all
Yeah,
your
that thing's just
fault.
gonna kill whoever. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to take it out
That was me.
unless
Yeah,
you
it was
store
you,
up
yeah, you
enough
caused that.
weapons to do 20 damage.
Okay.
Which that automatic weapon that somebody had was.
I was playing card this
If my satellite happens to land on that square,
Okay. So the boots say
Right.
when played. So I'm gonna follow
That's the
that
special
after.
ability.
But it says when played. The special ability contradicts that. So, because it says when played, discard another vehicle card and gain those action points instead of the 2.
Wow, that's
So,
weird.
yeah, you cannot play a 7. I can't play a 7-pointer with that.
Can't get 9 things
Yeah.
a turn.
Magical boots can't become an 18 wheeler.
Right. So, okay. That would be funny. But first thing, the distraction, I'm gonna move the queen's token.
No, you move this one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's,
move
you're
this one.
distracting this worm.
The 2 then goes up 1 and over 1. Yep, right there. Cool. Oh, no, it's the 3.
It's the
sorry.
number 3.
The
I
one
was
that's on
looking
the
Yep,
ghost
that
book.
one. There you go.
Thanks, Sheldon.
I knew I was doing something to move something from where you were. Okay. And then I'm going to discard a pickup truck. To gain 5 actions. I want the rubble next to me.
Which one are you?
I'm the white
No, I
guy
want
right
the
there.
sports card.
And then I'll move into the space and take the egg.
That ends your turn.
That's 3, I know.
You want to grab this, the rebel from the other space first?
Oh, fine. Give me the other 2 rebels, which would give me
Enough to do a thing.
Yeah, and this is my point again. It's just, I get it. It's just,
Hey, only one step ahead of you, so
I know you're.
I have next to no capability here.
Would that kill the worm? Your satellite?
I'm sure it
you-
will.
Yeah.
if it
If it lands
It
there, it'll kill
lands.
everything in
It's a
that
random
square.
die roll.
It'll.
Well,
It- What?
I sort of always said
If
technically
target
not
token
there
is the
until it comes
resulting
up.
coordinates, that worm is killed. A player pawn is there, that leader dies.
Yeah, it kills
Everything on that
a
square.
worm or a player.
You can
and
get
or
a
both.
double kill, man.
Yeah, I could
All
have,
right,
but
so
it moved. I mean, it's random anyway, so who
this
knows where
one
it's
needs one card and it activates. It's number 3, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it's all red except for one purple. That's wild. Well then, that looks interesting. So, let's number 2. Okay.
We have to be comfortable with tactics and stuff like that.
I think you have to read it because some of them say on your turn, at the start of your turn.
Mine just says discard during a one attack.
Okay.
What's your hat do anyway?
This one gives you a victory point when I kill a worm and a game 1 to begin with.
Just for having it.
So, number 2 worm. It's moving 2 spaces that way, which is as far as it can go is that way.
That's to finish it off.
I think
The special
you
ability is
can-
play a vehicle card face down as a distraction,
I think
which
after you
comes
end
up
the
with a
one
special
attack.
ability, but I get 3 actions.
Item cards.
That's 5 and 5.
Generally
That's
include
6,
special
3.
abilities that let a
6,
player
3.
4,
use
2.
to break the
So I have
rules
3
on their
actions.
turn.
1,
Items also
2,
give player victory cards.
pick up an
Weapon
egg.
cards are generally used to
play
perform
nitrous,
actions.
get 3 more actions after picking up an egg.
Mm-hmm.
Nitrous! 3 more actions. 1, 2, pick up an egg. Actually, no. I'm going to change that. Excuse me. 1, 2, deliver purple egg at the state police. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you. And I get to play a vehicle card face down as a distraction. So I can place it. Takes 5 for that one, huh? Should we activate a worm? What needs activating?
You could activate either of the 2.
Yeah, 3 can get activated, right? But it would get distracted.
3 would hit Josh.
No, it won't after it gets this distraction, it won't. Because I have to play a vehicle card as a distraction. Oh, wait a minute.
Cause it to move.
Oh, no, that's not a distraction, that's a special ability. This is distraction down here. That's why there's 0, because if you put the vehicle down with 0s on it, it's not distracted at all.
But it's just causing it to be triggered. I get it.
Yeah, that's what it's doing. Oh, so I can mess with Josh, you say? No, the blue won't. It won't. Let's let's mess with Josh. It won't actually, but
Okay, so then that one's triggered.
I refill my hand to 3 cards. But I'll
Check for worm attack.
Flip over,
the distractions.
which is
Number
Up,
3 moves
up.
to the top of the board.
Alright.
oh,
No, number 3.
It can't
It's
move
already
into
at
that
the top of the
space.
It's
Yeah, it
stuck.
can.
It just goes.
I
This
can't-
is a space, isn't it?
can't
6?
move
Yeah,
on
you
to
can't go into a location.
locations.
Oh, we
It
had it
stays
on
there.
location before. Okay. It just stays.
It's blocked.
Oh,
Sure.
well,
So that's it. It
Doesn't
goes
matter.
away.
No.
doesn't. Hold on.
No,
Josh
Rebel
has the
Falls.
book.
Okay.
Rebel Falls.
Don't you have to roll for a new location for it to go if it can't move on to
No.
the location?
I
That's
thought
only
it was
placement, I
more.
thought.
Check. I
It
thought
was
it said
saying
it.
earlier that if the distraction would move it and it can't go off the board, it doesn't go anywhere. It just
That's what I
stops.
thought I heard from you guys.
Honor attacks here.
Get Josh. Hey, I have no way to. Well, I just got 2 victory points, so I got something anyway.
I got 1 for wearing a hat.
So do you
The chart
do you
goes
also
there,
get
exit the game board,
what the
ignores
state
movement,
police
resolves
gets you when you
spin
get that?
around.
Was that?
We're
When-
not going off.
I was
the game
thinking
board.
I also get a card. I
When
think.
leave the playing field,
When you
something
land
for
on
us
like
to
the
have
state
it
police,
shoot
you
it.
get a weapon, right?
You have to do a delivery there.
I did.
He did.
Okay, then you can get a weapon. Yeah.
Hey.
You look excited.
I have no way of killing a worm.
I do, but I have no worm attacking.
Yeah, I have to just run for worms because I have nothing that. Well, there is a random chance I could kill a worm if I roll a 6 on a d6.
Egg and rubble cannot be placed. Okay. It's eggs
Well, I
and
can't kill
rubble
that one,
can't
so-
be placed on a location. I guess the.
Location can go there then. Well, eggs and rubble, that means you
But
can't.
You can't place an egg there. Yeah.
No, you
so-
can't because
Okay, so
Yeah.
it would move up 1, and then it
But then
wouldn't
you wouldn't-
place. It would not place rebel here or there. The 3 will go up 1 for the bike,
Why
It is-
would I place? It will go
and
there.
then the rebel would fall there.
But then it can't place an egg.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't place an egg.
Okay.
And so now that's it. Done?
It doesn't. What does it attack?
it doesn't attack anybody.
Anything.
Because it attacks this square.
It attacks wherever the rubble is.
Okay. So this goes away now.
Correct, and there's no egg though.
Understood.
Because you can't place an egg there. And we get a new worm sign. It says Screamer is
that one has 10
red.
health. 5-4.
It's a biggie.
Right here.
It's 5-4.
If an egg we place on a location set after placing all the rebel, roll the coordinate dice and place the egg in the middle.
Oh, new,
Okay, so there you go.
new location for the egg for that guy.
6-4.
Is it blue
right
egg?
there. What color was he? Blue.
All right. That's nice.
Right where I would have gone anyway.
Now we got a big Screamer. It's a 10-4.
A 10-4. Wow. Nice.
4 to trigger, 10 health.
A 10.
Not a fan of the
This is a
screen.
6-3, so it needs just one more card to
Yeah.
kick it. So
Get bigger.
So it's 2.
Hey, finally to me. Okay, great, awesome. I feel excited. Okay, so let's put this one under Miss Tentacles then. All right, 4 actions.
you distract it first. So
What? No.
distraction happens.
No.
Distract the worm first,
Under resolve the card, yes.
Okay, fine.
so it moves that way, then that way. Number 2 does.
No.
Number 2,
Number
that's
two.
number 1.
That way, then that way.
1.
Yep.
And then you're at.
Then you get 4 actions.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. I can't because there's a
Rebel.
If you're trying to ramp that car, I think
I
you
can't
can land
ramp
in,
that car.
You can land in that space.
It's that-
You can change direction during
When
ramping.
during ramping,
Yeah.
Trying to maximize my 4 lousy moves.
Well, you can go here as much as you can for
Yeah.
1.
well, you can move 2 spaces over, or 1 space over, 1 space up, and collect 2 rubble.
Let's see.
as good as it gets, as far as I can see, unless you want to collect an egg.
1, 2, 3,
Collect egg.
4. Whoopee!
And then
And then,
the special ability of the sedan, which is move 2.
Move any target token 2 spaces.
Okay, so Miss Tentacles is where? Over here?
Well, you can. First thing is your special ability is move any target token.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to figure out.
And that one's going to activate. Yes.
That one's gonna activate. Oh, you know what I should have done though? I completely forgot about this.
Can you still do it?
At the start of your turn, I don't think I have a choice. Roll both dice.
If something blows up
3.
in from space.
So number 2 is technically over there.
5, 3.
So does
Well, it doesn't
trigger
matter. It's
Five.
just gonna destroy.
3 is right there.
So it
Oh.
kills at the start of your
5,
turn
3.
target tokens or leaders, so nothing happens. Okay, so that's all the result. 2, you say. Who's white?
Shelby is. It's actually pretty gross because if you move that onto Shelby, you'll get her and Mike.
Oh,
Well, no, because Rebel wouldn't fall there, so it wouldn't.
it doesn't
actually-
matter. That's where the worm pops up, so it'll still hit. Right? I mean, that only makes sense.
Sure, let's see what chaos ensues. And refill my hand.
You can't place rubble on locations. I'm in a location I'm safe.
Do I refill my hand now?
After you,
Yeah,
yes.
reset.
Yes, refilled your hand.
Could I have a card, please? Thank you.
Sorry.
Good dice.
Yep, Mike's safe. He's on location.
Yeah.
Cool. Lucky hat. When you are attacked by a worm, roll a die. On a 1 to 3, your leader dies. On a 4 to 6, you survive.
That's not very
I did.
lucky.
Ooh, she's safe. But we still got to do rubble and eggs.
That's not very lucky.
So it's a blue egg. Hiya.
And there is none of this on the board, is there?
Unfortunately.
Not currently.
You can still turn in for
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay, 2 dash 3, 2, 3.
Right back.
Guess what? There's a rumble underneath your vehicle, and it's a 3-2. It's a wimpy worm.
What is this? Where is it here?
Those are
It's
discarded.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it's me.
Yes.
Headed for the hospital? You have to start in a location.
Location.
Oh, I thought it said you said I have to start off on location.
Location.
No, on
of
a
your-
location.
of your-
That's what we're discussing. If you wanted to, you could spend an action
Mhm.
to bring your guy back from the dead. If you're
All
starting
right,
at the hospital.
so
You won't be able to appoint them leader, but at least it's in your pile.
No. He doesn't spend an action to do this. It is if he delivers an egg
To the
Oh,
hospital.
so pick whatever you want to
For his
start.
character.
You don't have to
Yeah,
start
yeah.
there.
oh,
You deliver an egg to the hospital, you resurrect somebody.
Gotcha.
that does alter my
And
decision.
it doesn't have
I
to be an
figured
egg.
they would.
And it doesn't have to be an egg that
Matches.
is for a bounty. It
Yeah.
can be a
Just an egg.
a orange
Any
egg.
egg.
Because
you
when you
know,
deliver anything to
whatever.
a place,
Yeah.
it gives you something.
Yeah.
And then in addition, you might get a bounty.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much do you carry
One,
eggs?
How many eggs you can?
Yeah,
you can
those
carry
were the words of English they wanted to come out of my mouth.
I think any number you may carry.
But
any number
obviously,
of
if you
eggs.
die,
right,
you
They
lose
all
all
lose
the
it.
eggs.
drop that
Yeah.
space.
Okay, so I'm gonna boots and discard a pickup truck for 7 movement total.
It's just 5, isn't it?
May you not
Why
discard a
does it have
7.
2 on there?
No, that wasn't a 7. That was
Oh,
a 5.
okay.
But the boots have 2
It'll be an
themselves.
additional action points equal
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm gonna be a butt Josh and John need a die. On my
Josh
turn,
and John need that. Okay.
discard this card to gain 1 VP. And force all players to roll 1 die for each egg in their possession. If any player rolls a 5 or higher, discard the egg and their leader dies.
Oh, okay.
You first.
One die. What is
For
wrong
each
with you?
leg?
Egg.
Oh, you have
Egg.
2 eggs. Oh, you're lucky then.
You're a butt.
I didn't know you had
Anything
2.
happens. Just one to John.
Hey, sweet.
You die.
Yep. I need to roll one.
Oh,
It's 5 or higher. I die.
And I lose all the weapons, right?
Oh,
Egg in their position. If it-
no, you keep those. You
Anything
just
that's
lose your
face up.
rubble.
Anything that's face up goes away.
Oh.
So I lose the egg, I lose the rubble.
You lose your head.
Lose
And
all
your...
Discard
your
your
stuff.
egg and
That's
the laser
true.
dies. So the rubble's gonna fall where you are.
I got this.
Yes. The egg is discarded.
Wow, Sterling.
Y'all killed me.
You said you wanted to fight worms. I sent you a worm.
You sent me the biggest worm.
And you missed
that was
him.
available.
No, that's the biggest worm.
That was available. Alright, so now I have 7.
Tried for him. He had two dice roll. That was.
Well, first we gotta resolve the movement on your boots.
Yeah,
So
the 1 down.
number 3's gotta
for-
move 1 down.
Oh, okay.
And then you've got 7 action points.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Immediately.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
But the weapons that were face down don't get discarded.
No,
No.
you can keep those.
Yeah.
The other guys are presumed to be holding, I guess.
Sure.
You have to be on this space to pick up the egg.
It was here. I knocked it over.
So worm attack, no worm attack. My turn.
Attack, your turn.
That's it. No worms are attacking. I didn't mean to take you out, John.
It's fine. It is what it is. My biggest right now, I don't mind the game. Literally, if I ever play this again, the player token's gotta move. There is no player token, but that first player's got to move because being at the tail end of this, just watching stuff evaporate in front of you, you're like, sweet. It's just like, okay, cool. You guys happy? Nah, great. Thanks for the leftovers.
Alright, let's put this on Miss Tentacles.
There is a little bit of like, okay,
No
I can
distraction.
trigger with worm
7
I want.
actions.
Yeah. My player abilities, I can move through rubble and it's been discarded, so I'm gonna move here and just destroy that, get rid of it. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go all the way to the government building. And for my 7th action, I'm gonna deliver an egg to get the 4 victory points from the blue one. Yeah.
And whatever else you get from the government building.
Government building.
Gives you a
draw
free
card.
agenda. Free.
You draw a card from the bounty line
Yeah.
or from the top of the bounty deck and place
Yep.
it face down. It's
Yeah, you get a
So
free
do I
bounty.
replenish
Yeah.
this
Free
first?
objective card.
Do I replenish this first, or does he get this card?
I think he gets to pick one first before you.
You
replenish.
draw how many?
Face down. Just 1.
Just one? Well, that's the card you got. So,
Well, he could have picked one for that was already out too if he wanted.
so see what
Either
card.
from the line
Oh,
or from
okay.
the draw pile.
Do you want that to be on the line, or do
I'm
you-
gonna take the mystery card because
Okay.
Okay.
I technically don't know what
So
this
that would
information
be-
is.
Wait,
and
I
nothing
mean-
on the board is helpful for me right now because I have no red X.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you
take the
don't
mystery.
want that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this goes to replenish.
Oh, that's funny.
Orange hospital delivery?
Okay.
Whoever shuffle those did not do a good job.
Don't judge me.
That's all my turn.
I wonder who that was.
Like I said,
I
don't
have to
judge
draw
me.
1. Oh, and then number 3 I think is closest to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh, and there is token to your space.
5, 6. Yeah, number 3 is the closest one to me.
You are
so
who?
Number 3
Goes to a goes to
the
a
government building with me. Which is perfectly fine because they can attack me.
Yeah. Target.
Yet.
Um,
I mean,
It would take all of us to put a card. Well, you next 3.
No, I can't be attacked.
can't
or
be
hunted in
attacked
the
when you're
building.
on a location.
I'm safe
I
until my
figured-
turn.
I figured you'd be.
yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
since
even like
somebody
even
tried
worse.
to take me out.
Alright.
You're the one who pulled that to yourself, not me.
I was like, I'm gonna get killed now. Oh, but
Okay.
Distracting
number
number
3 is on the one where
Goes
Josh is. So
down
down
one,
one,
One and then
sits
off
there.
the board.
Yep, so it sits there. And then for 6, I'm gonna move down a space, grab that rubble,
1,
grab it over for
2,
2, and move into that space.
3,
Hospital.
4.
Deliver bounty.
Red to the hospital.
Nice.
You don't have a dead guy, so you don't get that.
Oh, we got a
And
purple
then,
to the hospital.
let's see, I got 2 more. I'll just move one space that way and grab that rubble, giving me another.
No activations. No.
And
Refill your hand.
I should do that too first.
Same.
You would be before me. Oh, I already got my die. Sorry. You should have this one.
since Sterling did it, I'm sorry you're stuck in the fray there, Josh. Discard this card, gain a victory point. Everybody rolls their dice. They might die. It's great.
Everybody rolls
What?
their dice
Everybody
for
who has
me.
an egg.
Me and Sterling have to roll
I
a
got,
die.
I got
You got
Jack
one
and
from
Bunkus. I'm not even on the board.
Oh, it's another egg roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm safe. Ah, Sterling's done.
You're a mean person.
Ooh, a second character. He might be out
Discard that
again.
egg.
No, it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, the eggs get
Discard the
destroyed. That's
egg.
right.
And then you're
Ooh.
Mean
die.
person.
Karma.
He can
Karma.
kill one more character. He's out.
Let's see.
You're off the board.
Let's see.
Wow.
Can't have nice things.
I'm going to.
They're getting egg to the hospital quick.
Nice play, Shelby. I approve.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Well, the first player might be the first player out.
It's a total random die, but sure.
It's a G brought around with unknown eggs.
Are you still doing things yet?
Nope, that's my lucky hat. I get to wear that hat until I die. Or put a new hat on.
Towards you.
So it's kind of funny since you're an old scientist. Like doctor,
Right, and he's wearing a flowery little hat. It's adorable.
Must be a real lucky hat.
Yeah, I'll be done. I'm gonna grab 2. And it's your turn, Mike.
Interesting. You can't spawn where somebody is, right? That's what we established.
You can't end on the same square.
And that screamer needs one more card to activate.
2 more.
2 more.
4, yeah.
Miss
Miss
Tentacles
Tentacles
needs 1 more.
He just, yeah, it needs one more. Okay. Oh, I can't do that.
16, I believe, was
The what?
with death was like 16.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's page 60. And then at the top of the next page.
So what would that? So Miss Tentacles is
Or were you looking for one?
is a blue. So it's going to do corner spaces.
Unoccupied location of your choice and perform your turn as normal.
Oh, that's not good.
John was asking if he could start
Yeah, so
unoccupied location.
unoccupied. Gotcha.
Space. Oh, that's not good either. Well, okay, fine.
Always activating those tentacles.
I am. 6 actions.
Everybody moves closer to you first, correct?
No, at the end.
1, 2.
That resolve special ability is the
3. 4, 5, 6. Move all target tokens 1 space closer to me. And number 2 activates.
She throws rubble all around her, drops
Draw
an egg,
your
and goes
card
away.
first.
and drops a blue egg there.
Who went away? Miss Tentacle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the other ones were.
Look at all the pretty stuff.
And another Miss Tentacles shows right back up.
Hey, 5-4.
Right where I am. Joy.
All right.
A little bit stronger too.
Where does Screamer attack? Right.
At
this
4.
2 left,
Oh,
2
wow.
right.
And he's a 10.
Yep.
To kill, yeah.
And how does the weapons work? You add to your die roll? Or
No, the weapons will say on it,
What
like
it
roll a
does.
die
Yeah.
and it'll
what
do
it
X
does.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not very good for me.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Although I could have taken a chance and killed that worm. It's only worth 1 victory point, and yet I would lose more than I would gain. Potentially. So I didn't do it.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. I could have potentially. It was only a 3 strength worm. I had an outside chance of beating
Oh.
it. I can't seem to draw a decent weapon.
Okay. See if I did the math right. Probably did it wrong. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weapon, please. 6, 7.
Hey, that looked like a.
And now we move 1 right to you.
No, there were 3. It's the closest target.
3 is the
Oh, it's
closest.
the
Nearest
closest.
target token
Yeah.
goes to him.
Right,
And then release your hand.
please. Card. Thank you.
The queen's getting closer to activated. Look out.
Closer. I mean, there's 1 card on it.
I know, but it's one card closer.
Where's your homemaker Rebecca gonna go?
Gonna chase her down and kill her. So,
Hey.
So
We can cuddle with her, okay? I can end in the same spot. We can cuddle together.
It's her special ability.
That is her special ability.
She cuddles.
She
can
can end in the
stay-
same spot with
yeah.
people.
With other-
Okay, so I'm gonna do.
Homemaker Rebecca. You mean homewrecker Rebecca? I mean, which one is it?
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you have? You played 6.
yeah, he's got
Oh,
2
I know.
more.
I have 2 more. I'm just considering.
Okay.
What's the best what you do?
5,
All
6.
target tokens 1 space closer to you.
All right, move all of them 1 space closer to you. Yes. Their worms are chasing him. Nothing happening here. Over to the
Oh, my turn.
Joshy.
Let's see, which worms do I want to move?
What does the white hat do?
All your weapons deal 2 additional damage.
Oh, that's sweet.
It is pretty sweet.
Holy
I don't know.
smokes.
I haven't gotten a weapon that does any damage yet, though.
Well,
I've
I
got
got
one
It's
that
like
does-
a special ability.
Oh, I didn't draw
I've
a
got
card.
one that cost me multiple cards to do 1 die roll.
Yeah, well. I haven't seen a pokey stick yet, but supposedly that's the impossible weapon to do anything with, and somebody killed the worm with
You
it.
mean the potato gun?
No, the sharp stick. There's a sharp,
Literally a
pointy
sharp
stick.
stick.
I mean,
This is only. This
So
is.
I'm going to use my pistol
the
to
potato
discard
gun.
and gain
Pretty-
1 VP,
pretty
and I'm
useless.
going to discard a hat item on another player.
Aww.
Oh,
Sorry, Shelby. You tried to kill me.
that is the worst of the
I didn't
hats.
try to kill you. I was trying to kill him, and you were just
This is
collateral.
true,
I'm
but
sorry.
I can't do anything to him. I don't like being collateral.
I mean, you got 6 victory points.
Yeah, he
He's
has
got
10.
10. I hate
Yeah.
to tell
I don't think I have 6.
you.
Well, I can't do anything. I'm waiting here. It's my
I'm
turn.
going to use my pickup truck on Miss Tentacles, so she's going to move down 1 and to the right 1.
Not
Number
yet,
2.
Miss Tentacles down 1 to the right one. Okay.
And then I'm going to drive to the hospital. Yeah, I'm the blue one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, and then the fifth one is going to be deliver this to gain 4 more.
Yep, once
Or-
again.
In
Blue
my
to the
turn.
motel.
Once again, it's late plans.
Mike's getting excited.
Hey, I got one I can hit. It's an objective that's possible. I don't know what else does the motel
Can I
give
see
you
that
when you
rule
go
book,
to the motel.
Of course.
Does the motel have anything that you get?
I don't remember what it was.
You can take it now.
So it's Shelby's turn?
Yeah.
Why should I be trusting of you right now? No, I'm just kidding.
Everybody gang up on Josh.
I'm at the hospital. Bring it. I got bandages.
Well, you get the worms to surround the hospital.
That was my stomach.
Let's see.
You were the top.
That was me. Luckily, it just stayed, but I didn't exit. But I was like, hey,
I support that.
I would have won, you guys.
Oh, we're getting closer on the screamer.
Thank you for
Three
not
is
going.
going up
Oh, and she's going to
over.
be able to do the screamer if she wants. Because gets to play another vehicle
Go
card.
and activate and hit
that's
Mike.
at the end of my turn, though.
Yeah, that's
So for 3 points.
You said it.
3 points. I'm gonna go up 1 and over 2.
up one,
Are you
over
gonna take
two.
the eggs?
I can't. I don't have an extra point.
Oh,
got
it's
three.
only 3.
Yep.
Don't you get to play another thing as a distraction elsewhere though? It's only
Yeah,
for its
if she
distraction.
wants to
Only a
play a
distraction.
face down as a distraction.
I think it's a choice. I think I have to.
So what side are we playing on? This is the regular side, not
Yes.
the canyon side?
The other side
Correct.
has a chasm that's like broken up these spaces.
That's,
so
I
you have
think,
to drive
another
around.
Kickstarter thing, too. The double-sided board.
I will play it on the screamer.
How?
Sure why.
There's a snowplow card?
But
We're in Nevada. I mean, it did sno twice
Oh,
in
up in
20
Reno, it
years.
always
It
At the
snows
end
like
of your
once
Well, you're
every
right. I keep
4
forgetting
years.
about Reno. Reno.
Does it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move.
I keep
target
forgetting that people live
3
north of Vegas.
Right
So.
into Mike,
Oh no!
and so it activates right there.
What's that?
You're gonna get your butt
I
touched.
used my
Mike.
ability to move the target 2 spaces, and it's going to activate right into you.
Yeah, okay.
So I hope you can
2
kill
left,
it.
2 right.
I can't touch it.
Okay.
I've been telling everybody that.
And then it gets,
So you deliberately wanted
Yeah.
to kill me.
red
Yep.
egg.
Just for funsies.
Yeah,
There's
funsies.
Nothing on this
Okay.
card.
Yeah, I automatically die. I can't kill. I mean, automatically dead.
And all this stuff falls in his face.
Well, the egg gets destroyed.
No, the egg gets it all
Yeah,
ends.
the egg gets over
the,
there.
That's what
It's
they were
the-
playing
It's-
specifically destroys
Yeah,
it.
the weapon we were playing specifically destroys the egg, but when it
Did you hit any
just
rubble?
regularly
Yeah.
die, it goes up.
Yep.
Yeah, that made a lot of sense.
Yeah. What is it?
I can't
Here?
change
I don't
Three's
think
gone?
it's very
Three's
funny.
gone. Yeah, we need to replace it. We need a new worm in play,
Yep.
please.
All right,
5.
suicide mode.
It can go there.
Yeah, there's no way
I was gonna go deliver this egg, but somebody took it from me, so I'm like, yeah. I mean, I can still go
yeah,
do
I
it
was next
for
door to the
one
delivery location for
one
the egg.
victory point.
It's your turn, Mike.
So. Let's see here.
You gotta face yourself.
Yeah, but I get to see what I'm going to do.
Give him a minute.
Who's where? Let's see. How many cards can I get played? So I could get this guy activated, can't I? Very easily. Number 2. Where's number 2?
Next to Sterling.
Mm-hmm. You're way over there, aren't you? Yeah, well, that's not going to
Are these big cardboard things supposed to be for to place them?
Fluff. They're
It
not
can't
gonna
go
play
there,
this.
so it can't go there. It wouldn't
I
move
think
at
you're supposed to
all.
play them when they strike. You
Or
replace the token
ambience.
with the
It
thing.
wouldn't move
The
at
setup literally
all.
says set him around the board for menacing ambiance. That's all it says.
I am menaced.
So-
That queen is menacing. But...
Well, okay. Might as well.
Yeah.
So how many actions do I need? I need 2
4,
actions to
3.
pick up
Yeah, 4.
rubble.
If you
One
want
to
this
move
rubble.
into space. No, I'm gonna
4.
get all 4 of those things.
You need 4 total.
I need 2, 3, 4. You're right. So I need a 5.
I mean, if you want to get more rubble,
I don't have a 4.
you have a 6.
I have
If
a
you-
5.
Yeah, if you have anything higher, you can grab more rubble.
He knows.
So the question is, where do I want to play it, though?
They're all far away from me.
Well, but they're not far away from me. I could kill myself again.
Sure.
Why don't I kill myself again? Why
Sure.
not? What does it do? It's a 4-corner activation. Okay. Let's put it on the queen. Get the queen moving.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna go up 2.
Get the queen moving, and I'm going to do 5. I'm going to get all 3 rubbles and the 2 eggs.
Which rubbles do you want?
I'll take this one over here.
Okay. And then draw a weapon.
I did.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
got a
Or
weapon.
draw whatever you
I
want.
got a weapon.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta go.
We're good.
Well, weapon.
Picks up 2, moves down, grabs 3rd, cuts 1.
No.
What's that?
It is my turn, right?
Yeah, it's still your
Mhm.
turn. I can't read it. It's a what? A boomer?
Yeah, boomer.
Yes.
And the health and cards.
3
7
cards,
and
7
3.
health.
So this is 6. Where is he? Oh, I see. What the heck? So I have to kill myself in order to deal damage. I got it. Dumbass card. I started reading. It says, if you get caught in the damage, you can then deal the worm damage.
Oh.
Yeah, but I have to damage myself first. I have to be in the damage spot of the worm.
But if you kill it, it won't kill
It
you.
won't. No, it doesn't do enough damage to kill any of these worms.
Oh, well, then that's just a Hail Mary in case everything else you did didn't kill it. That's not. You can play multiple cards.
I understand, but the other card I can play isn't going to kill any of these either.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I haven't drawn any of your super powerful worm killing cards out here, which is the reason why I'm running all over the place trying to stay away from things. Oh, my leader died, didn't he? Oh, yeah. Who was my new leader?
So number 2 is a 5-er, huh? For health. And needs 3 cards.
Oh. Enter play. I get one of these.
6? I can't read them too well from
Yeah,
this
it's
side.
6 and 3, John.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's a
that's
6-3.
cool. Alright, sure, let's try this. Why not? Alright, so we're gonna go put the 18-wheeler on it.
Okay, so you have 7 moves.
1,
It's activating. I get to die again.
2, 3.
Do you want a gun? Or a hat?
Well, it's an item, and that's or they're all hats.
You can get an item or a weapon, and they're not all hats. I just said
right.
hat because
Well,
that's what's on
well,
the
that's
face.
I get it. That's
I suppose that is sort of a Hail Mary.
yeah. Give me a weapon. Give me a weapon.
It would depend on what the first attack did.
Exactly.
There's 3.
Which is
Mm-hmm. Rubble move, rubble.
4, 5, 6, and 7.
But you can't end in that spot.
Oh yeah, you can in the same turn. Right there, that's the point.
'Cause
You could move
You-
to where Mike is, grab
Just
that
shut.
rubble.
Just let me be right now, because I'm fuming.
Grab an axe, that's it.
Just let me be because I'm fuming.
Oh no, I was saying you could move up, grab rubble, and then hit land in the motel and be safe for the turn.
No, don't want to be safe. Here, pick up this, and that will be my last one. Now, closest one. 1, 2, 3. Move him here. Let him back.
2 this time.
Oh, because you
I'm gonna kill
you
it.
have killer stuff.
Yeah, shotgun. If it's in the same space, deal 6 damage. All my weapons do 2 damage, 2 damage. I'm sitting at +4 damage. That's 10 damage. Kill it.
Alright. Tote skillet.
You get a victory point for killing a worm.
Yep.
Wow, that would've been 12.
My
Nice.
second victory point of the game. Isn't this special?
Don't you also get one?
Yeah, the blue.
You get this as well.
It's a-
blue
Actually, you get this instead of the token.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, me.
Oh, great.
And 2 gets revealed.
orange to the general store.
I was giving it to you to do that.
I need to refill my
That
hand
one's
before
gonna
that
be
can happen.
red. It's a 6-2.
Government facility. It's not too far away. Except when you have nothing higher than
What's the queen's attack area?
Everything?
No,
No.
there's no rubble.
Oh, those aren't rubble?
She puts eggs around.
She puts eggs in her attack zone. I'm presuming is
The egg spaces.
Oh,
is
everything else.
is all the other spaces.
It's all the
I'm
board.
gonna bet
She
it's
hits
not-
everything.
Okay, so
I'm gonna bet that's an attack zone
Yep.
because you just don't place rubble,
Yeah.
or maybe you do
No, you just place eggs.
because it's the pet. Well, no, it looks like it. You place rubble in all of them, and that's the attack
6
zone.
movement.
Possible.
2,
It might
3,
hit
4,
everything
5,
on the
6.
board. It's a huge, gigantic beast.
Yeah, I bet it's rubble in every spot.
Up 1 and to the right.
Looks over there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Refill your hand and do whatever. Okay, so
Interesting.
How much health does that screamer have?
6
Only 6, okay.
takes 2 cards to activate it.
Let's move him down and to the right.
What's left?
Oh.
You know, your military.
Where I am now.
Sure.
I'm gonna move 2 spaces towards it. I'm gonna use my 3rd action to grab this rock, and then the 4th action to go to the station.
Coward. He's hiding in locations.
Sure.
He comes out.
But I mean, you
Everybody's
drop
gonna
off the
obliterate
egg.
him.
Awesome, right? I mean, it's
Well, he doesn't have any eggs to deliver.
He doesn't.
And
But
then I get to move any target 2 spaces with this down. Boop. It's gonna hit you no matter what. It's the queen.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore. after
It
that.
takes 3 more cards to get the queen to go anyway. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's the
it's-
farthest one. See, I could put number 3 on you. She takes 2 cards.
And this one only needs 1 more card,
I could move the screamer in your guys' direction and do that.
which won't get, unfortunately, Josh. So activate.
No, because he's safe.
Yep.
Well, since I became public enemy number 1.
Oh, you are
oh,
definitely
well,
that.
yeah. I'm sorry, dude.
You
I'm
step.
gonna go.
You step out of a location to gather an egg. Everybody's trouncing your ass.
Location.
So which one do I want to activate this turn?
Well, not the queen because it doesn't have enough.
Queen.
The
This one won't activate.
Well, yeah. Well, if she
Necessarily.
has an extra card that can play.
boomer is what? It's a
Pretty
savage,
much
right?
everybody saves up the 2 card activation.
Yeah.
Called the bicycle.
Yeah. And I'll all I want to do is pick up eggs this turn anyway, so might as well activate something.
Don't kill me, please.
Well, it won't touch you.
Because you're standing in a spot with 2 eggs. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Either one that gets activated won't hurt anybody. So I'm gonna go with the
Hardest one to kill.
The boomer.
bicycle. The 3 can't move anywhere. So
You want
I just
1
want
and
2 eggs. Yeah.
and then you play another card face
Play
down
another
as a
card,
distraction.
which-
And it's immediately turned up and
there's nothing there.
no distraction.
so-
Move all target tokens 1 space closer to you.
No, this is the
I know
distraction
distraction, I
one.
know.
Yeah. So it
All right,
just,
so it's just you're
puts
activating
the
number
egg
3.
there, and then
It's a
rubble in the 3
orange.
spaces.
Where is it attacking?
Nothing.
It's not
Nobody
hitting
gets.
anybody.
That's
Nobody
what I
gets
said. Nobody gets hurt
No.
either way. So.
I mean, I don't mind it now that I got green.
Yeah, you too.
Here comes a boomer at
Another
6-3.
Another boomer.
It's a 10-4.
Roger.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
okay.
What the hell you say when
So
somebody says 10-4?
I think that the only thing to
I'm
do
thinking truck or something. This is good.
here.
Isn't 10-4 like I understand it.
10-4.
Yeah.
Roger. I mean, that's
Yeah.
10-4.
'Cause
yeah,
why
big buddy.
not?
But I'm thinking, like,
Yes,
if you're a
they
truck,
say.
it's 10-4, big buddy,
yeah.
or, like,
Oh,
little
yeah.
friend.
So the queen is moving down and over. And then I'm placing another card face down as a distraction after I move my 3 action. I'm only moving 1 up to the motel because I have a secret objective to do a blue.
Okay.
And what's the extra bonus from the motel?
Rulebook's over there.
Do we get? Is there anything at the motel?
Yeah, I think there is.
I'm sensing a bit of an issue here, so I'm gonna...
Gain a victory point token.
The queen needs how many?
5 to activate.
And we
It's
are
gonna have 4.
2.
That's what I.
No, he just played. He's playing another one as a special.
It's the
If
other
you
one.
kill me, you win the game.
It's the other one.
Maybe.
You're right. It's the
Unless
other
I
one.
get super lucky here.
Doesn't matter. I don't win the
So
game.
this one distracts the queen. 1 down and 1 that way.
No, you don't play that right now.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You're
My
done.
turn is over.
I know, but you don't
As
flip
a-
that over until she's active.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So,
But I get 2 cards.
Okay.
And I'm in a safe location. You can't get me.
I call your shenanigans.
Oh, dear Lord.
Well, this one doesn't go face down. It goes face up.
Yeah, sure, fine. 3, 5.
Up that way and over 1.
Back to Sterling.
Do I have to spend an action to deliver eggs?
yes.
Okay, I'm done. Can I have a card, please? Have fun.
Roll really, really lucky to not end the game.
Okay.
So reveal one card first.
Move down and doesn't go there.
Yeah, she can move
It
there.
she
can,
can go
yeah,
there.
but
She can't
no
place
eggs
anything.
get
Doesn't matter. She gets everything on the board, is my understanding.
Well, not quite.
A purple, an orange, and a red.
There's a red here, an orange here, and a purple there, and the blue one will go offside, so it's just not done. And rubble.
No, Rubble
Can't
doesn't
do
go.
that.
she doesn't do Rubble. That's just her attack range. Remember, that's what we were saying.
We
earlier.
didn't.
No, those are all highlighted spots.
The rule book
Everybody
is over
was
there.
saying
I think
earlier
she-
that she doesn't generate Rubble.
We
Well,
didn't.
That's what we thought it was, but then you look at the pattern and it's
Oh
the
yeah,
same
that's
kind
what
of
I was
pattern.
figuring.
It generates
Come up
rubble everywhere.
Ugh, I got 2 pistols, a hunting rifle, and a semi-auto rifle. If I'm super lucky, I can take her out.
It'll be epic.
It's pretty obvious that that's a pattern. It's not a blank. Let's see. Here.
The very last page has
There.
stuff on it, but it has the queen.
There. Okay. Yeah, it got you.
No, they don't go with you.
The
No, they don't go. Well, actually, no, they don't. Because they do show the
rubble is not. Eggs rubble cannot be placed on a location. Oh, it's just something else altogether.
maybe check go back to the page over here that had she was an example on the like right hand side of the page. Right there.
There's nothing really about her though.
It has to be rubble because there's the blank space there, blank space there, blank space, blank
Yeah.
space, and the egg spaces.
Yeah.
Just couldn't see the blank spaces.
Well, and then she does attack. She does hit you.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna get hit. There's only one way this game doesn't end right now, and that's if I roll perfectly. I can potentially kill her. If I
Good
do
luck.
flawless damage.
It'll be an epic showdown.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
What do you get if you take her out again?
8 victory points.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't in the attack zone. No, if I'd have been in the attack zone, I
Well,
could
no,
have
we're all.
assisted.
Everybody is. Oh, I see.
There's no
There was
No,
actually
if
2
you're
people
attacked,
out.
Sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're attacked, you can help with destroying the worm.
Yeah.
But it's only Sterling.
Only Sterling by himself.
Go for it, bud.
You're all
We're
mean.
just gonna pick up on the rebel spice. I can-
Okay.
I can get what you finished.
2, 4.
Good luck.
Get a 6. This is
Taking
hunting
that.
rifle. Alright, that's 8 damage total. I roll 6 dice. For one 5 or higher, I do 2 damage. Which could potentially be 12, which would be not enough. So it doesn't even matter, but I'm going to do it anyway. 1.
Yeah.
3.
3. That's
I
actually.
6. I did what, 12 damage? No, that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 14, 20. It's obviously not enough, but
Still very good.
yeah.
Game over
So
immediately.
close.
Fire on the
No.
weapons.
We gain one
Every
turn after.
Person
Gets
the
one
final turn.
Oh.
That's why I wanted to do it. I want the game over, and I want to deliver my eggs, and I'm done.
Yeah. Well, that's why I played the cards on the queen too.
So Queen's gone.
End game.
Needs to be replaced. Sterling's gone. Can't be replaced.
Need to end this absurdity.
Looking like it might end.
Not really.
It wasn't my turn. Oh, it would have been my turn.
It
Never
would
mind.
have
Yeah,
been.
you're
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Do your final action, sir.
Yeah, which for me is nothing. I'm thinking.
I get some points,
Well,
depending on what's left over after they're gone.
yeah. Who knows? The absurdity of these.
Hey, there's some interesting stuff in the weapon piles, and like I said, I don't mind the game mechanics. They're fine. I sure play. Hey.
Alright, so
Apparently, I have unlimited potatoes with this. Good.
it's on the screen there.
Unlimited potatoes.
And I discarded that said.
However, the caveat being, I lose an item card every time I use it, because that must be the potato I stuff in the barrel.
I'll discard the motorcycle. Give me a total of 8.
Should be able to consume rubble for that. That'd be
So
kind
I'm
of
gonna
cool.
do 1, 2.
So this is,
trade all
and it's a
that
1
in
dice.
For let's see
Yeah,
what
you
we
can
got.
potentially do 6.
potentially 2/6.
If you had the pistol and you used
But
the
this
pistol to
one-
power that,
this
you
one
could
took
just
me a
save-
minute to
Cloud,
think
giving me
about.
the victory point.
That's the one that I have to be attacked in order to do damage to it.
5.
You have to be the subject of an attack in order to do damage to the worm.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. You have to be in the rubble that appears.
Initially,
7.
In order to do 4 damage, I have to have been attacked.
yeah. I was reading the second sentence there.
I know. That was
Your exact thing.
immediately resolve worm attack. Oh, I get to do a worm attack, but without
Yeah, I think
this,
we did it correct.
unless I have being attacked.
Unless you can use that to interrupt someone's attack sequence, like I could have attacked with one weapon, and oh no, you can't do anything else. If it works as an interrupt like that, it could be gross.
Who are we on?
It's during
Just
my
finished
turn.
Okay.
Oh,
Shelby, go.
Which means, yeah, I can attack the worm clear
screamer
across
attack.
the table with this if I have other things to destroy the worm. Which was the thing I was thinking of, but then I don't have I have a potato
a red
gun.
egg and not
Can I see the potato gun? What's it do? Other than launch spuds, but
It launches my items.
I say it should be able to use rubber.
Makes me
as well.
destroy an item to get a D6. It's,
We need to
it's
replace
about the
number
most
2, right?
useless. Huh?
We need to replace number 2.
yeah, that's so variable on what it can do. I think it should have. You're right. Rubble would be cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's
Your turn, Sheldon.
I mean, it's a Hail Mary, and if you got nothing else, you could use
the
it.
hospital.
2, 3, 4 spaces.
You can't be on the same square as
You
me,
can't
or
finish your turn.
Can't finish my turn there. Yeah.
Deliver.
You were at the end of your.
understand.
You can resurrect your guy.
I don't have anybody to resurrect. I have not died. It's 5 though.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you
So
take
I
my
can
hospital
deliver
away? Yep,
another-
you did.
I can deliver another egg for just 1 victory point. That's 6, and then move off the space for 7 because I can't end there.
It's hunt a particular creature, not necessarily any creature. Not a screamer. I
Mine's
guess.
anyone.
Oh, that's an anyone.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that-
got.
Alright, alright, alright.
That's
And
good.
then
I didn't realize it was anyone.
the 18-wheeler moves the nearest target to my space, which I'm guessing is
Number
number
one.
1. Yeah. That's it. I'm done.
No attacks. Mike's turn.
Well, there's not going to be any. Well, there could be, I suppose, if somebody had. Do I want to dash all over the damn place? For what reason?
Now,
Well,
pick up more eggs and deposit them. Get some more victory points.
no, you might want to activate another worm. He's out in the open, isn't he? Ha ha ha!
That's fine.
So number 2 needs to be activated, huh?
It's not going to do anything to me.
It's not going to do anything to you.
No, I don't lose any points or anything. My character
Don't, but we need to kill you. So who's over there? Number 2 is over there.
You don't have
I
an
think
extra.
everyone's sitting under there too.
I think I need to DOS Boots number 2 and discard a 6 for 8 points. So DOS Boots moves 2 down 1 and over. Excuse me.
Which you need. That.
Down 1 and over. Distraction. Okay, and I have 8 action points. So 1,
But we saw what your characters.
2,
This is true.
3, 4. Oop, no, I guess I can't do that. Short one then. So let me put that weapon card back. And I'll have 2 in my pocket because I need to get to the. Takes an extra action.
This one's here.
1, 2. No,
No, he claimed.
Yeah,
He claimed
put it
that
there. Put it
No,
there.
no.
Okay.
Put it there
Yeah, because he's backtracking, so he didn't pick up one.
Oh.
because then I'm going to go over here and deliver an egg.
Yep.
He needs the movement.
What color? You get to claim both of them then, don't you?
You can only take 1.
I
per-
take the highest
per egg.
viewpoint, victory point 1, whatever it is,
They're both the same.
and I get another secret objective.
There you go.
Thank you. It's not going to make any difference, but
Which is good because no, of course not.
Oh, a blaster, and you get 5.
All right. Deliver these 2 measly eggs for 1 victory point each.
Yep.
2 victory points. Sweet. Done. Oh, I gotta play a card. Put it down on the streamer.
number 1 is this one.
That's it, right?
Yep.
Person who's still alive with the most victory points. Yeah, I got 10.
I have 10.
So,
6.
15, sorry, 15.
so it would be Josh as the winner.
Yay.
All right, guys. Stay tuned. What will be your impressions?